Guys, welcome back to the channel. I just locked in my largest trade to date. 5% gain. 5% gain. I can't even I I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. It feels fantastic. I just locked in a 5% trade. Biggest trade ever so far for me. Live. I mean, not live in my challenge account, but biggest trade ever for me. I'm a little speechless right now. I need to take a minute. I had to get out at 5% because I have a news restriction coming up at 9:45, and I didn't want to take any chances to blow that. But yeah, I just made a 5% trade. Man, does it feel good, and we're still dropping. Well, welcome back to the channel, everyone. You're watching the Trading Phoenix, trading in my challenge account. Wow, look at that. I got in somewhere around here. I caught this entire move. I moved my stop loss to just above this this candle wick here, and it just took me out at 5%. And it's continuing to the downside, and I'm okay with that because, like I said, I can't be holding a trade at 9:45 a.m. anyway due to news restriction with the trading account. So, but yeah, 5%. I just made a 5% trade. Yep, that's fantastic, man. I mean, what can I say, you know? I don't want to be too overly excited and whatnot. You know, I'm trying to manage my emotions here so that I don't blow the 5% that I just made today. But you know, I'm excited for sure. Like, that's a huge step in my trading career there. I took a beautiful trade. And it was pre-market too. And then it started to tumble right before market open, and market open, it took that dive. And I hung in, trailed my stop loss. Beautiful, beautiful move. Like I am very, very proud of myself for that trade there. I'm, you know, so I'm glad that I can't get into another trade for another 10, 15 minutes because I need to be able to chill out before I can make some more trades today. But what a feeling. What a feeling. 5% on a $100,000 account. It's $5,000. You know, it's just an awesome, awesome feeling to be able to say I can do that. And when I'm actually funded, you know, that's a hell of a paycheck for a day. Yeah, that's awesome. Biggest trading day yet for me. And it just market just opened. It's awesome. I'm stoked. I am stoked. Love it. Truth be told, I made a couple of bad trades yesterday. I went down a decent amount yesterday after I got off my live. Followed my rules, took trades that were appropriate, but the market, you know, volatility was increased, and this is what I talked about before we left yesterday morning. It just took my stop losses out, so I had a bummer day yesterday. And man, to be able to come back from that low, to be on this high now, it's awesome. It is awesome. I don't even know really how to explain it. It's fantastic. This is definitely the best job in the world, man. I just made, I mean, not technically, but um, or I should say, not physically, but I just, in my challenge account, I just made $5,000 in 30 minutes. I think I was in that trade for. Um, Man, yeah, it's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Mm, beautiful. All right. All right. Now that we got that out of the system, it was a beautiful, beautiful trade. Beautiful moves to the downside here. Beautiful moves to the downside. I actually had my TP set. Let's see where we are. Yeah, I had my TP set right here, actually, I believe. So my take profit would have hit if I didn't move my stop loss, and that was 11%. Crazy. Crazy. What a beautiful, beautiful trade. I had to take profit set for 11%. I ended up getting stopped out at 5%. I know. I'm okay with all that. Still getting some downside here, huh? Got a little area of imbalance there. We had one here that got eaten up. We might be starting to get some support here. I'll draw this out anyway. Just in case we do come back in here. If we disrespect, maybe we'll take one to the other side. I don't even know if I need to trade anymore today after that 5% gain that I already made. Caught this to the downside here. You know, I don't need to trade anymore today. I'll keep watching just because we just started. Let's take a look at what the news was. Okay, let's see. So we were waiting for PMI data, the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI flash and Services PMI flash. We came in at expectations for manufacturing PMI and slightly lower for the Services PMI. We're actually at a 49.7, and I'm pretty sure anything below a 50 is a little concerning. Yeah. Not that that's like crazy below 50, right? Or just under 50, but that might explain the additional sell-off here. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Let me mark that out on here for you guys so you can see what I did here. Where did I get in? I think I got in about here. My stop loss, I believe, was above this area of imbalance here. And I got taken out right at the top of this candle. Right there. So I risked, on this particular trade, I risked 2%. Because I felt pretty strongly that we were going to get this sell-off. So you double this here. It says 2.9 risk to reward. So it's actually, according to this, 6%, but I ended up with 5. I might be a little off on my entry here, but it's a 5%. I trailed my stop loss down to, okay, go away now. I trailed my stop loss down to just above this candle here. And that's when I got taken out by this one here, and then we continue down. But it's a beautiful 5% gain on the day so far. I'm not mad at that. Take that any day of the week, right? Any day. So I don't really have to do anything else today. I am going to watch, obviously, and if another very good setup comes in, I may take one, reduce my position size because I can. And that's it. Beautiful. Stoked on the day. What a Friday. What a way to end the week. 5% trade. Yep. Beautiful day. So, I was reading an article earlier this morning about some Trump stuff. Been a lot of talk about the Doge dividend. And then there's some talk this morning about the war in Ukraine. Can't find it now. Somewhere in here. And there's also some healthcare stuff. United Health tumbles 12% this morning on Wall Street Journal report that the Department of Justice is investigating Medicare billing practices. Honestly, it's about time. It's oh my goodness, look at this. We're just gonna continue to drop. It's about time. I work in the medical field. That's what I do currently, and I don't want to do it anymore because it is all fraud. All of it within itself is just fraud. So I read this morning and I chuckled because I'm like, yeah, Medicare, Medicaid, it's all baloney. These hospitals, the facilities, how they transport patients from one to another, and these medical facilities own these transport companies, so they bill the transport company, and the transport company bills the hospital or whatever, but they own them. It is like, and then what they force us to put down for medical reasons and whatnot, just so that they can upcharge. It's insane. So I chuckled this morning. I'm glad that they're finally looking into this stuff because it's all baloney. It's one of the reasons why I can't stay in my job anymore, because it is all about money. It is not about health. So it's good stuff. Oh, here's the article. Trump doesn't care what happens to Ukraine. Yeah. There we go. That looks like a little support there. Nice, decent sized bottoming wicks there. Sorry, I'm not totally focused on the market right now because I already made mine. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, we're getting some smaller movements to the downside here. And, let's see what the volatility looks like. Yeah, volatility, we're still under 100. It's okay. I mean, we have room. We might be targeting the daily imbalance that we wicked into yesterday. So honestly, we might be targeting this area again today. If we continue to get some downside, I'd say this is where we're moving to. And then from there, we either get a bounce, probably a strong possibility that we bounce out of that area again. But I guess it all depends on the news and whatnot too. Okay. Focus. Yeah, we're getting a little support here now. This is all right here. Let's see where we go from here. It kind of coincides with the resistance that we were hitting yesterday before we broke through. So that would make sense. This would be a support area. Yeah, so we're not that far away from the daily imbalance though, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's where we headed. Yeah. Our next gap, honestly, if we do get a bounce, we could probably target this area here. This is on the 15-minute chart. Yeah, I wouldn't see why we wouldn't come down and touch this imbalance again and either bounce again or continue to the downside. But this looks like a pretty strong magnet for price right now. Getting some choppiness here. All right, let's come back over here. I gotta fix my YouTube video. Channel's still growing, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing. We are still growing pretty rapidly. Way faster than I could have ever anticipated. So thank you all for that. I'm in the process right now of planning out some other videos, not just the lives and the shorts. I'm going to start doing some longer form videos, talking about my strategy and things like that. If you guys have any suggestions that you'd like to hear from me, let me know. Drop it in the comments or hit me up in Discord. My free Discord link is in the description. Join that. That is free for now while I'm building the community. It's free. Once I get to a certain point, I am going to switch over to a paid community, and that will have classes and things like that available in it. Anybody who joins now is free forever. So you'll get everything that I put into the Discord for free if you join before I switch over. So join the Discord, share with your friends, get everybody on board before we move over to a paid Discord, or at least sections of it will be where I'm going to post the courses and whatnot. I am going to build a trading course. Mine's going to be very different than any other trading course that's out there. Mine's going to focus on the mental side of trading. It's super easy to teach a strategy. It's super easy to learn a strategy really just from watching a YouTube video. So I don't want to waste anybody's time or money for that matter learning or teaching something that you can find on YouTube for free. What you can't find on YouTube or anywhere else for that matter is the part that actually gets you to be successful in trading, and that's the mental game. Learning to control your emotions, learning to be disciplined with your strategy, all those things there. That's what makes you successful. Learning to be patient, learning how to get over the fear of losing. All of those things is what has gotten me to the point that I'm at now, where I'm actually significantly growing as a trader and making successful moves. Like this morning, 5% trade, my biggest trade yet. It's all a mental game. Everything else is easy, and anybody who's selling a course out there to teach you the secret strategy or this and that or whatever is baloney. And I've paid for them. I've done them. I've done a bunch of them and spent thousands of dollars, just like everybody else out there. And none of it helped me. It wasn't until I focused on myself and the mental side of things where I really started to create progress in my trading. So my course is going to be very different, and it's going to focus on that side, and it is going to be super successful. So that will be in the Discord as well. And once all that stuff is done, and once I reach a certain level of members and whatever in the Discord, then that's when I'll release all that and switch over. So it's going to be a while. We got plenty of time. I got a lot to build out, but just putting it out there. It's free now. It won't be later. All right. Update this. I just updated the description in the video, so the Discord link is in there now. I also have my link in all of my socials, so including the YouTube channel. Yes, this looks like it could be a reversal here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we still had some downside targeting that imbalance area. But this does look pretty promising for the start of a reversal. This isn't anything that you act on though, right? You got to wait for confirmation. Date that. Beautiful. Save that. All right. Okay. What a morning. It was a little bit of a hairy trade this morning. I was in drawdown most of the time this morning, and at one point I thought I was going to get stopped out. But we got a nice rollover, and then about 5-6 minutes before market open, we started tumbling, and then market open, we continued that momentum to the downside, and as you can see, we have not stopped. I had my stop loss, like I said, set at 11%, but I was trailing I had my take profit, sorry, at 11%, but I was trailing my stop loss pretty decently. I didn't want to lose out on those profits. So my second move with my stop loss put me at the 5% mark. It came back up and pinged me there, and then continued to the downside. But I don't 5%. That's even in a week. If I made that trade, if that was the only trade I made this week, that'd be fantastic. So great day today. Super happy with the trade. Super proud of myself. And no complaints there. Just did my taxes, getting a great tax refund, going on a cruise with the family in the summertime. It's a day. Especially, like I said, I made a couple of bad trades yesterday that put me down. I was bummed about those. So I went from lows yesterday to killing it today. That's trading. Emotional roller coaster. But if you can, you set that stuff aside and make smart moves with your next trades, boom. That's how you do it. It's all a mental game. Beautiful. So I'll be honest with you. I don't know that I'm going to get into another trade today. I don't have to. I don't really want to. I'm going to hang out for a little bit just because I promised to be here every day with you guys. We'll watch the market. We'll talk about what I'm seeing, and we'll hang out for a little bit longer. But I think I'm going to cut today right at 10:30 and take the rest of the day off. Because that's what it's all about, right? You work a few hours a day, and then you go enjoy the rest of the day. In the beginning, you got to put in the time, Yesterday, I sat watching these charts until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I would not recommend that on a daily basis for sure. But I definitely wanted to let the market make its move. I'm glad that I caught the move this morning. You got to trust the process. Trust the process. Trust your strategy. That's what I did there. I trusted the strategy. I got in. I left it alone. I let it play out. And it worked out. And it worked out beautifully. Yep. Super stoked today, guys. Super stoked. Da da da. Back here. Beautiful. This will make for some nice shorts next week, right? I'm glad that I caught. Well, actually, I wasn't live yet, right? No, I came live right after this. I'd gotten in pre-market. I was a little busy with the fam this morning. Got on a little late. Let this play out, and then I hopped on, right? But still, beautiful trade. Yeah. If I didn't move my stop loss, I would have hit my TP at 11%. I can't even. Man, when that day comes where I actually make a 10% trade in a day, and the NASDAQ does not give that to you very often. That is not a move that the NASDAQ does on a regular basis. So if you can be in a trade and catch something like that, that's a lot of luck, first of all. But if you can be in a trade that was, based on your strategy and then happen to catch a move like that, man, take a week off. That's awesome. Definitely boosts the spirits to continue doing all of this work in the beginning and the learning and the losing and all this stuff to be able to have a little taste of what this life could be like once you reach the level where you're doing trades like that on a regular basis. It definitely boosts your spirits for sure. For sure. It's a great, great feeling. Great feeling. Yep. So it looks like we're coming back down to either retest these lows here before actually making a reversal, or like I said, we're going to continue moving to the downside. And then I would say, because we're pretty close, let's see what we are. Yeah, we're close here. So if we do break these lows, we are definitely coming into this area of imbalance here. And this would be a good area to look for longs back up to the next area of imbalance that was left behind. So I like to use the 15-minute chart to look for strong areas of imbalance. I place my trades on the 1-minute chart, but I like to look at the 15-minute chart to see if there's actually any stronger areas of imbalance. And so you can see we have one right here, right? We have 1, 2, 3 strong candles in the same direction. This one's breaking structure. So we have our area of imbalance left here. So if we do make a bounce off of this imbalance, this is a daily imbalance, right? So it'd be strong. And there you go. If we do get a bounce in here like we did yesterday, I would for sure target this area. And if you look back, this is actually where we opened on the day in previous session today, right? So this is even more, an even stronger indication that this zone would be a good zone to target back to the upside. If we get a bounce down here, that's the key. So that's a pretty good setup. So for you guys at watching, if you're looking for something and you follow a similar strategy that I do, I would say that those are your targets. I would look for price to enter this area of imbalance here that comes from the daily chart. I would look for resistance and a reversal. Wait for confirmation. Once you get confirmation, you can go down to the smaller chart, look for an entry, and I would target this zone up here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But again, just be careful. You need confirmation that you're going to get a reversal out of that zone down there. So just keep that in mind. Because there's nothing that says that the market can't continue to the downside, right? And it's not your job to guess which way the market's going to go. It's your job to recognize what the market's doing and make plans based off of that. Trade what you see. Don't trade what you wish, hope, or want. And the market doesn't care what you want. Wow, United Health is down. There you go. United Health is down 23% now. Oh, in 3 months. 23% in 3 months. Ugh. Almost a quarter of your entire overall wealth is gone in 3 months. Ouch. So just be careful. This is a minute chart, right? Let's come back over to the 15. We just wicked in. Let's let the price play out in here. Okay. Get some confirmation of a reversal. And then, like I said, you can target those areas there. If you don't get a confirmation, let the price continue to fall. The cheap can always get cheaper. All right, so I'm going to hang out for another 5 minutes here, and I'm going to call it a day, guys, because, yeah. It's already been a good day. Yep. Again, check out the links in my description, guys. I have a link for the free Discord. It's free for now. It won't be forever. If you get in while it's free, it'll always be free for you. I have a link in there for Funder Pro. That's the prop firm that I use. This the challenge account that you're watching me trade in. Great prop firm. They also have futures that they just released as well. So if you're into trading futures, they have that also. No trailing drawdown. It's just a daily max and a overall max for drawdown, including in their futures as well, which is really nice. Yeah, so the link for that is there. A couple other links in there too. If you guys are interested in other platforms or whatever, I have all that stuff in my description. Hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, turn on notifications. I come on live every morning that the market is open. And yeah, I keep it real. Full disclosure, everything you see is live. Very rarely do I take trades before the market open, but that just happened to be a good setup, so I took it. But mostly everything that I do is while I'm live with you guys, and then if I continue to trade after being live for the day, I post everything on or in my Discord. So make sure you guys join the Discord, subscribe to the channel, share, invite your friends. Let's build a community together. It's going to be a very, very, very strong community. I was actually thinking about creating some AI agents to go into the Discord as well. And so that everybody would be able to to chat, and they will be experts in finance and trading, things like that. So I'm working on a lot of stuff. I'm going to build this Discord community out to be the best Discord community that's out there. It's going to take some time. Bear with me. I want to do things right. But it's my goal to create the best Discord community, the largest, and so that we can all be successful together, and then continue to help other people do the same thing and become successful. So that's my goal. I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to call it for today. Watch those levels. Watch where the price is currently. Look for a bounce out of this area. I would say is more likely. It doesn't have to. I would say it's likely. If price breaks below the previous price action in this area, maybe look for a continuation to the downside. But other than that, trade safe. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend.